Great. I will never forget sitting in the East Elementary Library in May of 2022, previewing the fifth grade puberty video, which discussed the hormonal changes of bodies with penises versus bodies with vaginas. There were clear biological differences between the penis people and the vagina people, but no one was allowed to refer to them as boys or girls. I, of course, stood up and called it out and predictably got shouted down by angry parents in their N95s. But fast forward to 2025, and it turns out I was right. There are only two genders. And now all we need to do is get in line with reality like we used to. The president's executive order signed into law on Monday makes clear there is no such thing as gender separate from sex. However, Section 3, Part B states federally funded agencies shall enforce laws governing sex-based rights, protections, and accommodations to protect boys and girls as biologically distinct sexes. Section 4D states agencies shall ensure that intimate spaces like bathrooms and locker rooms are sex designated, not based on gender identity. And Section 3D states federal funds shall not be used to promote gender ideology. Therefore, Sharon Public School staff needs to stop teaching this gender nonsense as scientific fact. Efforts to eradicate the biological reality of sex hurts girls the most because it really deprives them of their dignity, privacy, safety, and well-being. This cultist, or let's say spiritual, slant on the health curriculum needs to be completely rewritten, starting with the fourth grade puberty video. Kindergarten morning meetings need to stop pushing sexual identities as an exciting option of self-discovery, and no one shall be compelled to use preferred pronouns under any circumstances. SPS policy needs to reflect that, or else I fear, and we all should, that noncompliance will result in the withholding of federal funds. I, along with many other parents.
Okay. Finish your sentence.
Yep, finishing my sentence. I, along with many other parents in the district, can't wait for this to be immediately implemented. Thank you, Julie.
Good evening. I hope everyone had a great MAGA Monday. Sounds like Casey did, and MLK Jr. Day. It's no coincidence that the second inauguration of President Trump fell on MLK Jr. Day. MLK Jr. was pro-American, and if he were alive, he would have voted for President Trump. I'll talk more about ending DEI in Sharon Public Schools in February. As we saw Monday, and Casey alluded to, President Trump issued an executive order to defend women and children from gender cult ideology, extremism, and restoring biological truth. There is a bathroom at Cottage Elementary School where my 6 and 8-year-old daughters go to school that reads all gender. If you can see this. We want that sign taken down with a less ambiguous one replaced with this, which shows a male, female, and just a handicap sign to better reflect biological truth. If my tax dollars can pay for a new library and a new high school, surely we can afford new signs at the elementary schools. The superintendent has yet to respond to me via email to tell me who decided to put the bathroom in, only that it was decided on a couple of years ago and that no child has used it. Hold on, baby. I did not vote for that, nor was I, as a parent of daughters, made aware of it. I only stumbled upon it during parent-teacher conference as it's mere steps from my kid's classroom. Additionally, the only flag that should ever be on school grounds is the all-inclusive American is the all-inclusive American flag. Parents, we've gotten rid of critical race theory, masks are never going to return, and BLM seems dead and gone because white liberals can't find another black victim to siphon funds from for their political gain. Dads with young elementary school kids, especially daughters, please help me and other parents by emailing the superintendent to make these same demands. We love everybody and we're not trying to hurt people, but I will protect my elementary school kids. If they were in middle school or high school, I might feel differently. Thank you, MAGA, and God bless.
A December poll found that 77% of parents in the US say that boys should not be allowed in girls' bathrooms, even if they identify as girls. Just last week, a New York Times poll found that 79% of Americans believe that boys shouldn't play on girls' sports teams. And that includes 67% of Democrats. I can't think of an issue with more consensus in our country. And that's why it's not at all surprising that on Monday, President Trump signed an executive order recognizing the biological reality of the two sexes and their sex-based rights. This order means biology-based federal policies on school bathrooms and sports. It means federal penalties for schools that transition kids behind parents' backs. It means federal penalties for schools that teach unscientific beliefs like being born in the wrong body. It means federal penalties for schools which teach fake foreign languages with made-up words. The order directs the federal government to write guidance, to investigate, and to litigate, and it makes it a priority across the executive. The gender-related policies and practices of the Sharon schools are unpopular and soon to be heavily penalized under federal law. It's time to back away from these harmful practices and prepare an off-ramp. Thank you.